Will US Fed Chairman Jerome Powell prove to be a hawk or a dove on interest rates at Jackson Hole? Is lithium producer Pilbara Minerals still a buy? And reporting season continues, a big day today, lots of reports, but a beaten up tech company, ELMO, a big stock in Peter Switzer's eyes, has caught my eye and reported strongly. I'm Paul Rickard and I'm mad about money. No Peter Switzer this morning, so just me, but let's go. So the market's all worried about, in fact, the biggest issue in global markets is the Federal Reserve's annual sojourn to Jackson Hole and whether they're going to be a little bit hawkish on interest rates. And that's been the story behind the sell-off in the US market over the last 2 or 3 days. Now, they don't always say a lot after their 2-day sort of summer retreat, but we're expecting some sort of statement from Jerome Powell on Friday. That's Friday US time. I'm betting that he's going to be a bit nuanced and perhaps not be as hawkish as some of the earlier comments, but that's what the market's worried about. When I say nuanced, we're seeing some statistics suggesting that the US economy, the flash PMIs yesterday were a bit on the bearish side. I think the Fed's going to be, while they're going to want to be strong on inflation, they're going to be worried, just a touch worried about tipping it into recession. So look, markets worried about whether the Fed goes 0.75% or 0.5% in September. The comments on Friday, given they've sold off, probably going to be a little more nuanced to a bit of the each way bet. It'll be data dependent, but that's the issue that's going to dominate markets the next 3 days. Okay. Is lithium producer Pilbara Minerals still a buy? Well, if you listen to Macquarie after Pilbara's report yesterday, they've raised their target from $4 to $5.40. Now, back on the 17th of June, you could have bought Pilbara Minerals for just $2.02. We've seen a huge rally in some of the lithium producers over the last couple of months, and that came after a big fall. In fact, probably if you look at the market's performance over the last 2 months, stocks like Pilbara Minerals are right up there as the best performers. Yesterday closed about $3.28, reported a profit of over $550 million and EBITDA around $800 million. So this company is actually doing something and very confident about its outlook in terms of how much it's going to produce next year. Like any commodity, the challenge with lithium is what goes up comes down because eventually supply catches up with demand. But I think it's one to mark in your calendar. Consensus forecast 388. If Macquarie's that bullish at $5.40 and done that sort of upgrade, it probably suggests there's more upside. But maybe you need to just be a little bit of a pullback. Now, one company that has reported well as we get into the tail end of reporting season is beaten up tech company ELMO. That's ELMO Software. They make the HR processing modules that companies use as a software as a service business. If you're a New South Wales person, you'll see them on the back of a couple of the big rugby league teams. But stock's been really beaten up down to about $2.84 yesterday. Was comfortably over $5 not so long ago. But they've reported this morning with basically EBITDA at the top end of their guidance and revenue the same, up 32%. Revenue growth next year, they're forecasting 25 to 31%. EBITDA of between $20 to $25 million. That's up from 7.1 this year. And most importantly, operating cash flow. In other words, cash flow break even. That's the big issue with tech companies in the market. They want to see them stop burning cash, and that's something that ELMO's come out today. So look for that one to report. There's lots of reports. Coles is coming. The reporting season continues. That's all we've got time for. I'm Paul Rickard, and I'm mad about money.